What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the 40K Cafe. Yes, I'm finally alive again and able to talk, and today we're going to be talking about Amadeus DuCaine. First of all, I'm sorry for being gone for so long, but I was pretty much looking like this guy and sounding probably worse. But now that that's been established, we're back, and I'm going to start recording some extra videos to make sure that I can post on the daily. Probably should have been doing that already, but what are you, my boss? Be quiet. Amadeus DuCaine was the Lord Commander and/or Legion Master of the Iron Hands long before they had ever discovered Ferrus Manus. So during the Great Crusade, Amadeus DuCaine would lead what was then known as the Stormwalkers before they became the Iron Hands, up until the discovery of Ferrus Manus, to which they would then be named the Iron Hands. And Lord Commander was a title given to pretty much the Chapter Master or Legion Master of the time, long before they would ever discover a Primarch. So it was not just unique to the Iron Hands. But upon discovering Ferrus Manus, this title would now become null and void, and he would drop the accolade altogether. Being that DuCaine was with the Legion long before the discovery of the Primarch, he was naturally born on Terra. His origins are the root of that of Albia, which is located in the Pan-Pacific area, and once they would discover his gene father, he would be inducted into the ranks of Clan Sorgal. After this point, he would go on with his gene father, crusading amongst the stars until the beginning of the Horus Heresy. We wouldn't discover much of DuCaine's accolades or achievements throughout this point, and we would later learn that his story would come to an end at the Dropsite Massacre itself. DuCaine would be there at the Dropsite Massacre to witness the tragedy of the passing of his own father firsthand. And like many of his brothers, he would rage at the sight of the passing of his Primarch before meeting his own end at the Dropsite Massacre. His final words of agony and rage were to none other than Shadrach Medusan, pleading that Shadrach would not forget him, and additionally to never stop raging amongst the stars. And if you heard me talk about the Iron Hands multiple times before, you would know that this would be in vain, as Shadrach Medusan would fall to the absolute arrogance of his own legion and be betrayed by his own allies. Sadly, there's not a lot of information about Amadeus DuCaine. I feel as though, like much of his legion, there's a lot of information that would be cool if GW actually gave the Iron Hands some love, but he would be lost and forgotten on the Dropsite Massacre, just like Shadrach Medusan would be later on by his legion. And come on, it wouldn't be me coming back if I didn't slander the Iron Hands. In all honesty though, Legion Master was a very cool title that I found unique amongst the legions. Although the Iron Hands would drop the title altogether for Amadeus DuCaine, there were other legions that still upheld and revered the title for what it was. Although the individual wouldn't keep the same rank or power, they would still keep it as a sign of honor. Overall though guys, I'm really happy to be back, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for waiting. I promise I won't leave you for this long again. As always, if there's anything you guys want to hear about, drop a comment and to follow for more.